Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? This is Jeff from BKJmacTV, and this is the BKJmac podcast experience coming to you live from Brooklyn, episode 47. All right, today we're talking about Dark Side of the Ring, featuring Chris Kanyon. For everybody that didn't know, Chris Kanyon took his own life with antidepressant pills back in 2010. It was a sad episode when he passed away. There was a myriad of stress that he was dealing with, leaving the WWE, not finding his footing in professional wrestling anymore. So and he also led a double life, which eventually he revealed that he was gay. And he believed that WWE discriminated against him because of his sexual orientation, which later was confirmed by his manager, Mitchell, that it was not true. So, but the thing I didn't like was the skit in I think it was in 2003, where he got hit with a steel chair across his head really hard, and he assumed that the Undertaker was out to get him. He thought WWE was out to get him, and in actuality, it was not the case. But I still didn't like the hair. I still didn't like the chair shot. I didn't like the gimmick, the segment. I didn't like it. I felt like it crossed the line. It was uncomfortable. It was tasteless. It was just really really bad, and I just didn't like it at all. And thank God times have changed. And I always say thank God for the Me Too movement, and that stuff like this, where making fun of gays or calling out lesbians, hot lesbian action, they're relics of the past, disgusting relics of the past. And I'm glad those things are no longer being presented on television anymore, because it just didn't make no sense. It was nasty, it was wicked, and I felt sorry for Chris Kanyon for what happened to him in that segment with the Undertaker and the Big Show and Paul Heyman and Vince McMahon who orchestrated it. It just was in poor taste. It was nasty. It created lingering effects. A potential lawsuit almost came out of it, but obviously his former manager confirmed that it was not the case. But looking at it from the outside, you could see that it was just horrible and it was just disgusting. And it's something that should not have happened. And it's one of the reasons why I always stress for a union in wrestling, because these segments should not be allowed to happen in wrestling. And even though it was 20 years ago, and I actually remember watching the segment, it was just really, really bad. And I didn't like it. It was just very uncomfortable to watch. And I'm so glad they don't do chair shots to the head. WWE acknowledged the fact that hitting someone in the head with chairs can cause a concussion, and you don't know if he might have had a concussion from that chair shot. Chair shots are real. That's a real life steel chair. It's not a prop. It's a real life chair. So he was hit across the head really hard by the Undertaker, and it was really brutal. And it was not something that was worth watching. It made me cringe. Chair shots are brutal, and that's why they now you're allowed to hit somebody in the back with it on the side of the body, but not in the head no more. Thank God for that one. Anyway, we learned a lot from watching Dark Side of the Ring. There was controversy that came up about the episode, because what's going on, the climate, you know, about treating people equally with respect, even though they may share sexual different points of life, different points of views. Treating them with respect is essentially important. And I think the late 90s and the early 2000s, it just wasn't that time period to be really open for individuals who were gay. And now we're living in an era where everybody just is gay. Most of them are gay, and they're coming out, they're comfortable with it. And comedians or individuals who make gay jokes would usually face reprehensible actions by corporate America, which is true, because they don't support anti-gay comments, because it hurts. And the end of the day, anything you do, anything that's race, gender, it's disgusting. It's deplorable. It should not be done. And I think if Chris Kanyon were alive today, I think he would feel better accepted in this day and age. Um, he helped develop. In the episode, we learned about his relationship with the Young Bucks, who are tag team in AEW. How AEW has basically shaped as a competition to WWE and giving more people opportunities to wrestle, and try to get to that brass ring in professional wrestling. So overall, episode was sad. It was chilling. I hate to watch somebody take their own lives. It's really sad, and it should not have happened. And God rest that man's soul. God rest his soul. People just need to treat people with respect, and respect is an opportunity um, to enhance better relationships. So without it, it just doesn't nothing happens. And in Chris Canyon's situation, when it didn't happen, when he didn't get the respect he deserved, he ended up taking his own life because he was too depressed to deal with the realities of not being respected in the ring. So at the end, please respect each other and love each other. It's important. It's essential in making this world go round. Thank you for listening to this episode by BKJmacTV. Peace, love, always one.